Hello and welcome to Dropkick Chronicles, episode 15. It's your boy Trey, and this is the first episode of 2023. And for tonight, I want to get into WWE Royal Rumble 2023 Premium Live event. Now, before I get into the Premium Live event, I just want to say that, man, it was okay. Wasn't a real bad show. It was okay. It was kind of like, you had a top match, of course. I'll get into that in a minute. You had the top match that I'm talking about preceded, every other match on the card. Of course, you had 5 matches in total. You had the Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens Undisputed Universal Championship match. You had the Raw Women's Championship match between Alexa Bliss and champion Bianca Belair. You had both the men's and women's Royal Rumble matches. And then you had the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match between LA Knight and Bray Wyatt. Man, it was good. I mean, I just want to say, it was kind of lackluster though. The majority of the event was lackluster. That's what everybody was saying, and it's basically why I'm just like, dang, why do we have matches that do not live up to build? They don't live up to the build that they placed them on. You can build a match, but when you get to the actual match, it sucks. I don't get it. But man, the first match I want to get into was the first match of the night, opening up Premium Live event with the men's Royal Rumble match. So they had 2 gentlemen, who was in a feud together, right? You may have heard of Gunther. And of course, everybody has heard of Sheamus. Gunther, on the other hand, Gunther came in at number 1. He shocked the world because he ended up actually staying in the match an hour and 10 minutes. Nobody in the history of the Royal Rumble match or Royal Rumble period has ever lasted an hour and 10 minutes. And you know how long you got to be going to be able to, how durable you got to be. Let's put it that way. How durable you have to be able to go through a match for an hour and 10 minutes. Most superstars can't even wrestle for 30. And this man has proven why he is the ring general. Sheamus came in at number 2. These 2 feuded for the Intercontinental Championship, which Gunther still holds, by the way. Impressive run as champion. But they had a match. They had a match last year at Clash at the Castle in forgot what city. It was in England. It was in Europe. And they put on one hell of a match. So I mean, you're talking about the great woo, these 2. And he had a slap fest, I like to call it, and it was a very stiff opening to the Royal Rumble. I'm gonna jump through now. We had some returns. Edge returned to WWE at the Royal Rumble in the men's Royal Rumble match. Now, what I liked about this, I'm gonna go a little backstory. Rey Mysterio was supposed to get Dominic Mysterio's entrance number, right? He was supposed to enter into the Royal Rumble, but he got injured on SmackDown during SmackDown. So I was like, dang, okay. They hit Rey Mysterio's music, but Dominic came out, and then they hit Dominic's music because he's a part of the Judgment Day. I said, man, this was just so sad. I was like, man, really? Come on, bro, because That's what we're supposed to be doing, Dominic versus Ray at WrestleMania this year. It might still do, who knows? But I'll tell you this. Man. So Edge comes out, and it's perfect. It's really perfect how they really set this up. Edge comes out. You have Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest, all a part of the Judgment Day. Remember, the Judgment Day. So at Extreme Rules is the last time we saw Edge, right? Edge was feuding with the Judgment Day because he had turned on him when he created the group. Of course, I explained it before on a few episodes back. And man, talk about just utter chaos at Extreme Rules. It was an I Quit match, Finn Balor and Edge. So jump all the way from Extreme Rules to now Royal Rumble, which is going to pass. To have Edge come in while all the members of the Judgment Day are in that was just genius. So Edge comes in, spears all three of them, eliminates Finn Balor and Damian Priest, but gets eliminated himself by Dominic Mysterio. And it's a story like no other. I'm gonna tell you why. It's because all three of them were known. Two of them, Finn Balor and Damian Priest, were beating up Edge outside the ring after he got eliminated. Guess who shows up after Edge gets the upper hand? Rhea Ripley to attack Edge from behind. Then guess who shows up after Rhea Ripley? None other than Beth Phoenix, who got concertos at Extreme Rules. I remember when this was just so, I was like, wow, it's really crazy because she had just, got injured at the pay-per-view. I mean, at the Premium Live event. So, and she speared Rhea Ripley, on the floor at the entrance way. That was really cool. So the match goes on and goes on and goes on, and we jump to entrant number 30. Now, mind you, Seth Rollins is in the ring at this point. Gunther is still in the ring. Of course, I told you he lasted an hour and 10 minutes. And there has been absolute just mayhem the whole match. And it was great to start the Premium Live event off. Cody Rhodes made his in-ring WWE return, and the roof shot off the place. You should have saw it. If you didn't see Extreme Rules. If you didn't see Royal Rumble, you can go back and watch it on Peacock, man. I'm telling you, great. So, thing is, Cody Rhodes ends up winning the match. So I feel like, man, and I'm gonna make a bold prediction here. Cody's either gonna face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania and win the WWE Championship, because remember, they are separating the WWE and the Universal Championship this year. So he's either going to go for that match, or something's going to happen where Seth faces Roman for the WWE title, wins, and then we have Cody versus Seth to continue their feud before he got injured. At WrestleMania, that championship match, but I don't know. Things have not come clear yet. So, moving on, we move on to the most bizarre and most utterly craziest match I've ever seen in my life, visual wise. We move to the Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight Mountain Dew Pitch Black match. Man, it's nothing short of just, man, it was bizarre. I mean, Bray won the match. Of course, it was. I guess the match was like short. It was very lackluster. Like I said, the majority of the premium live event was just lackluster. When I say lackluster, I mean lackluster for real. So Bray Wyatt actually, and it's crazy how he did this. Paint is not, I don't know if it's like some type of chalk, but when you turn a black light, you know what a black light looks like. And, you can see things on your skin, you can see things. He put this paint is invisible, like it's invisible paint to regular light on his skin. They turn the lights off. His face is all painted up in white. Then he got kind of like some eye contacts, some red and black eye contacts. And then the ring, when they turn the lights off, is crazy because the ring ropes are neon green. So how they doing it? They're promoting Mountain Dew's limited time drink. I don't drink drinks. I drink water. I don't promote unhealthiness, of course. But it's WWE. They gonna go all out for their sponsors. So they did a sponsored gimmick match. And they've done it before, many times before. So this match was just bizarre, man. So after the match, Bray and LA Knight fighting the crowd. LA Knight tries to fight Bray Wyatt off with the crowd. They get to a secluded set on the side somewhere. I don't know where it was located in the stadium. They get to the set. Bray puts the mandible claw on LA Knight, puts him to sleep, and you see Bray stand back. Then you see this character Bray calls Uncle Howdy, right? He has Uncle Howdy, right? He shows up. He's on top of the platform, which looks to be like 15 or 20 feet tall at the most. But he has this, and then it's like, well, dang. What does he do next? Uncle Howdy literally jumps off a 15-foot platform onto LA Knight, and then pyrotechnics and fire goes off while Bray Wyatt is just standing there looking. And then you see the Firefly Funhouse characters on top of the platform laughing. I was like, man, this is just bizarre. But that was the pitch black match at the event. It's crazy, simply because that match was just so bizarre, man. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But I'm moving right on to the Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss Raw Women's Championship match. This match was nothing short of mellow. It was mid. I'll say that. It wasn't a good match. Had a good outcome, don't get me wrong. Trust me, it was better than some of the matches on the card. Trust me, it was better than one of the Royal Rumble matches and this pitch black match I got through reporting, man. And it's Bianca retained the championship, and it's the same outcome every time. Now I'm wondering who's gonna face Bianca at WrestleMania. Whoever the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble is, who they're gonna choose. That's what I'm wondering. They're either gonna choose the Raw Women's Champion or the SmackDown Women's Champion. So Bianca or Charlotte at this point. Shout out to Charlotte. She is a 14-time Women's Champion. So we're moving on to the Women's Royal Rumble match. So this match had some surprises and really threw me for a loop. It was really better than it was. Well, no, actually, in my opinion, no, it wasn't better than the men's Rumble, but it had some splashes of surprise, So Rhea Ripley won this match, and she's obviously going to WrestleMania. She's punched her golden ticket to the main event. I don't know which champion she's going to face. We're either going to get one of two possible championship matches. We're either going to get Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship, or we're going to get Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Championship. Honestly, I think it should be Charlotte because Rhea has not beaten Charlotte yet. She hasn't. Well, she has, but not for a championship. I don't think so. Not for the championship. So, it's been a while since Rhea and Charlotte actually wrestled each other. So, we're gonna see what entails for WrestleMania when she picks who she wants to face. But moving on, talking about the women's Royal Rumble match, like those surprises I just named, we had Asuka return, and we have not seen the Empress of Tomorrow in quite a long time. It's been some months. She was, I think she was out on injury. She came back, at the Royal Rumble, and she has this symbolic face paint. If those of you that know her in her Japanese wrestling days, right, and probably like New Japan Pro Wrestling days, you know, she had the face paint. She was, I think they call her Dark Asuka or something like that. She was Dark Asuka or something like that. Or, you know, in her early days, she went back to her so-called, you know, roots. She went back to her roots, returned at the Rumble, and I kind of got up out my seat. I said, "What? Let's go, Asuka! What?" You know, I was surprised, and it was supposed to be a good surprise. So we also have the returning Chelsea Green. If anybody remembers Chelsea Green, she got released, I think about a couple years ago. I think so. Back in probably like 2020 or 2021, she got released, and she was a part of NXT. Anybody remembers the Robert Stone brand in NXT when I think it was black and gold, before NXT 2.0, and she was a part of the Robert Stone brand. I think it was just like 2020, if I'm not mistaken. But I remember Chelsea Green, they said she was going to return, and yeah, she returned all right. Said she was going to eliminate everybody from the match. Then she broke a new record. She was in the match for 1 or 2 seconds, got eliminated. I was like, yeah, pretty much, no, you're not going to be eliminating nobody. Not today. But you know, it was nonetheless, it was pretty cool to see those two. It was also pretty cool to see Nia Jax, who they also released, I think, back in 2021. If anybody remembers Nia Jax, the thing I remember about Nia Jax real recently, you know, before she got released, is she was obliterating Lana. You know, Lana, Rusev's wife in WWE, now Miro. In AEW, but she was literally, you know, Samoan dropping her like, I don't know how many times on the announce table, like every week, Samoan drop after Samoan drop after Samoan drop through the table. I was like, why are they doing her like this? They literally burying her right before our eyes, you know. But you know, it was cool to see Nia Jax return. She had the Samoan print on her gear. That was cool. I was sitting up here thinking that she was gonna win the match, but I was forgetting what they had already betted on anyway. They betted on Rhea. So she returned. You also had a few NXT superstars. That's to name a few. Indy Hartwell, Roxanne Perez, and Zoe Stark. They entered the match. And it was Triple H's doing it, you know, really give them some main roster heat. You know, that was cool. You know, coming out of NXT, they had never really been in that position before, and that was really cool to see those three. Also, Natalya returned from a broken nose by Shayna Baszler. Michelle McCool, she was in the actual front row. I think she was, she was at the front row, ringside by the announce table. I was like, she's in the match. I was like, this is so planned, because I'm like, she's already in her type of gear, but it looked like pajamas. Like she was in some suede sweatpants with the glittery crosses on there, because that's actually her gear. She don't even really have real wrestling gear on. Then like she got some Uggs on, or like some I was like, she got house shoes on wrestling. I was like, huh, what's going on? They were talking about some, you're not enough for me. I was like, what? Michelle McCool? Dang. Okay, it was really cool to see her too. She was a surprise entrant, even though she was in the front row. And the last surprise entrant, which really threw me for a loop, was a lady by the name of Piper Niven, right? Anybody remembers Piper Niven? She was in NXT UK for a little while. And then she came to WWE. She got called up. Her name was changed. She was working with Eva Marie. Her name was changed, and her name was Dewdrop, right? She was Dewdrop. So to really be honest with you, man, this women's it was lackluster. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I'm glad they gave the win to Rhea. She deserves it, you know. She's a part of the Judgment Day, and she's gonna do great things. This is her first time winning a women's Royal Rumble match, and I remember when she debuted in the women's Royal Rumble match, coming from NXT. But yeah, man, as we move on, we about to move on to the last match. Yeah, we gonna move on to the last match as I switch my, what I like to call my notepad. Yes, I use a notepad. I believe in writing things down. Sometimes, you know, I used to actually use my iPad to report and, you know, follow matches in order and everything like that, so you know what's exactly going on. So I used to do that all the time, but now I just write it down, people. That's it. All right, so as we move to the greatest match on the damn card, because let me tell you, it was the greatest match on the card, because yeah, no other match, like I just said, this whole premium live event was just lackluster. So I was like, okay, cool. Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens match was 5-star, and it was an A+. The betting odds were great too. So, you know, as the greatest match on the card, this was for the undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship of the world. So, of course, we all know Roman Reigns has had this record run, man. He's been on a tear. You know, he was undefeated for you know, over 2 years. Oh my God, really 3. And he literally has changed the game. I mean, dude has made the Universal Championship by itself the most prestigious championship in the company today. He has made the Universal Heavyweight Championship the most prestigious championship in the company. Now let me tell you something. Do you know about Sami Zayn? Sami Zayn, of course, I told you earlier, Sami Zayn has been coupled with, he's been teamed with the Bloodline for the better part of probably over 6 months. What they've done with him in the Bloodline's storyline was it's just phenomenal. It's great work. I cannot deny it. It's great freaking work. You know, and Sami Zayn's allegiance at the Royal Rumble would be tested post-match because, remind you, if you saw it, and if you haven't saw it, go see it. But if you saw it, they were beating up on Kevin Owens. They had handcuffed him to the ropes. They beat him up where he was defenseless. Usos, I'm talking about, super kicking the hell out this man, left and right. They were beating him up. So the test to Sami from Roman was that, let's see if you can, let's see if you really down for the family. Yeah, beat your best friend up. Beat him up with this chair. Because they was trying to contemplate all match if Sami Zayn was happy that Kevin Owens kicked out or Roman Reigns prevailed. They was trying to, what's up? They was trying to see where his allegiance lies. So he ends up not hitting Kevin Owens with the chair. Roman Reigns ends up asking him why he didn't hit Kevin Owens with the chair. Roman Reigns ends up pushing him, and you know how you just push somebody like that, right? Just push him back, or you push him in the head, or you push him in the chest. He ends up trying to punk out Sami Zayn. Roman does the dumbest thing he would ever did. Why would you push a man, hand him a chair to hit your enemy? Why would you do that? I don't understand. But it's the thing of that, man. It's just, think about it. Sami Zayn took a chair, a steel chair. He literally pulled a Seth Rollins back in 2014 when he broke the Shield up. He took a steel chair and hit Roman Reigns square in the back. He said, "You know what? I'm sick of yo. You know what? I'm sick of you." Yeah. He hit him square in the back, and then they proceeded, man. Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa, man, they proceeded to beat the stew out that man. I'm telling you, they proceeded to give him just, I'm telling you, the worst butt whooping he could have ever received. But they were literally warning y'all about this. One of my buddies of mine, shout out to him, he was like, man, they gonna break up the bloodline. They gonna break up Sami Zayn from the bloodline at the Elimination Chamber. I said, nah, bro, that'll be too late. They gotta do it now. It's gonna happen at the Royal Rumble. And we were literally sitting up there watching it live, deciphering, and decided if they were gonna break him up from the group at the Royal Rumble, and it ended up happening. Boom. And it ends up happening in prime fashion. So, upon Sami getting his butt whooped by Jimmy and Solo, Jey Uso, mind you, Jey Uso the right-hand man, he main event Jey Uso now. So he walks out of the ring. He walks literally clean out of the ring. He was like, "Why y'all beating up on my brother? Sami, my brother." And everybody was like, they started cheering him. They was cheering Jey on and everything, man. I was like, dang, they really telling a story here. So Jey walks out, and it leaves everybody wondering, like, dang, where is the bloodline heading? Where are they heading? Because you knew they were going to obliterate Sami Zayn at some point. I mean, come on, all good things must come to an end. But and Roman, after Jey walks out, Jey's left disappointed. He walks out on the bloodline, his blood. He walked out of the ring on his own blood. Roman would proceed to beat up Sami some more in the ring and tell him that he broke his family up. And that, folks, man, I'm telling you, man, they left Sami Zayn lying. They left Kevin Owens lying in the ring. Kevin Owens was still handcuffed. And it was just, I saw Jimmy holding up the honorary Uso. I'm talking about a torn up honorary Uso shirt. The symbolism was just on point. I said, that's why this was the best match of the night. It was the best match of the night simply because of the storytelling. That's what wrestling is all about, folks. It's about storytelling, and it teaches you. It does. This is why I watch wrestling. This is my whole consensus of watching wrestling. If it didn't teach me anything, I wouldn't be watching it. I wouldn't be. Yes, I'm entertained. Of course. That's what it's for. But the thing about it is, if you're really passionate, you know, you gonna be entertained, and everybody got something to entertain about. But the thing about it is, these storylines and, you know, the build up, and then the outcome, it's just, it ain't no, dang, it's just, it's so much unpacking to do. Now, people out here wondering after post Royal Rumble, like, ooh, I wonder if they gon' I wonder if Jay gonna turn on Roman for beating up Sami. I wonder if they gonna have Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns. If they do, it's gonna be at Elimination Chamber, bro. That's the yep. I know they gonna do a Elimination Chamber match. Not Elimination Chamber match, but an Elimination Chamber premium live event. One of those matches on that card is gonna be Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns for the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship. I know it, cause literally he like, oh, you pushed me to this limit. If it hadn't been for you trying to get me to, cause remember, bro, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, they like this. They like this. They like this. They like freaking glue. They ain't gonna never come apart. That bond ain't gonna never break. Solid. For real. So anytime, like, you it's like, bro, you putting me in a bad position because you asking me to obliterate my best friend. Literally, this was the best man in my wedding, or I was the best man in his wedding. Literally, they are literally real life best friends. So for them to really bring real life into a storyline is great. It plays so great into the storyline. But man, I'm telling you, man, this has been great. It's been so great. Royal Rumble was a great pay-per-view. I'm so old school. Premium live event. It was a great premium live event. My voice is almost out. But thing about it is, man, the thing about the storytelling thing it plays so well with wrestling. It's almost real. It's when it's unpredictable, it's digestible, it's watchable, it's entertaining. It makes it all the more, real. It makes it all the more great. So this has been the Royal Rumble Premium Live Event Review for 2023. It's the first episode of Dropkick Chronicles. It's episode 15. First episode of Dropkick Chronicles 2023, and there will be many more to come. I'm going to this year marks the second year for Dropkick. In August, I think August 21st, I want to say August 21st will be the second year anniversary of the first episode of Dropkick Chronicles. I'm going to be getting out way more content. Going to be doing SmackDown, Raw, NXT, and hopefully doing the AEW Dynamite and Rampage, probably either live streams or something like reviews, like I do for premium live events in WWE. I'm gonna be doing AEW content as well. I can't forget AEW. But man, thank you. It has been a great episode. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being there and really listening to me for the past couple years. really for the past year, over a year, but accurately. And it's been episode 15 of Dropkick Chronicles. Peace.